Alright, what you're looking at here is a 25-story building in a small town of about 500,000 people outside of Xiamen, which is about 5 million. So this is just one little area. 1, 2, 3, 4 that are finished. We got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10. So just going to ride down a little bit. So all throughout China, this kind of construction is going on. Basically, people are moving from the countryside into the city. So with that, of course, I have friends that you know, out in the countryside, they don't have a refrigerator. So they buy your meat or whatever. You just go every couple days, you know. So it's kind of hard to believe, but it's true. There's the third one. So this is basically no big deal. These kind of things are all over China, everywhere. I think if people in the US really saw all the building that was going on here, they'd just be totally shocked. Like all these cranes. So these are motorcycles of all the workers. When I lived out in Chongqing, which is technically the biggest city in the world, but when they calculate it, it's probably 10 to 12 million in the city, and then all the outlying areas they count, it's like 30 million. Anyways, they're just building. There's this one building spot I wish I would have taken a video of. It was just unbelievable how big it was. So they make satellite cities outside of cities. So this city is about a bit more than an hour to Xiamen. So I'm sure, you know, maybe they'll make a faster train someday, and people will just commute from here into the city as they do in Korea. Because people do, like, if you want to buy one of these places here, they look like nothing, right? But I'm not too sure how much these are here. I'm sure at least, probably for just a small apartment, at least $100,000. So a lot of rich people, they buy these as investments. See, they're gonna make you can see, they're gonna make, you know, little shops there and stuff. So this is just one of, I can't say millions, but hundreds of thousands, I don't know, throughout China. So I have no idea, but this is very, very common. So Chinese are not moving into houses. The very, very rich are moving into houses like in the West, like in America. You know, what you could consider a house, 2-story, kind of suburban kind of a deal. But those are the ultra rich. The average people, or well, they need to have some money to move into these things for sure. Hopefully the prices will go down, but yeah, this is where the masses of people will live. It's like in Korea, almost everybody lives in an apartment. I've not been through here. You can see these guys doing their work. Guys and gals. There are a lot of women who do construction in China too. You will not see that at all in Korea. But China, I have to say that the women work very hard, if not harder, than the men. This is a very big generalization, of course, but women here like their independence also, as opposed to Korea and Japan, where often it's also a stereotype, but they want to basically get married and have children
and
we work until they're about 30. This is just a generalization, but it is in their culture. So it's not saying everybody does that, but in China, a lot of women they like to work. So it's cultural. So they're ripping down those old ones like that, and they're building these big ones. So in China, generally you'll see a lot more women working than men compared to maybe Japan and Korea. Maybe not a lot more, but doing different jobs, I guess, that you would maybe not expect them to do. They work very hard. Chinese people in general work very hard, but especially the women. So how many of these are occupied? I don't know, maybe only like 10%. A lot of people bought these for investments. So that is a problem too in China. A lot of places just sitting vacant, and when they're vacant, pipes leak and stuff happens. Is the construction really good? Well, I'm not a constructor, so I can't say, but Korea construction, they've been doing it for a long time, since the 70s, building really big apartments. So I think China is relatively recent. Starbucks, it says. So yeah, it looks like we got like 9 or 10 of these guys. Look at all these cranes here. Probably more cranes here than the whole city of Portland, where I'm from. Maybe not, but maybe so. Lots of building here.